Even go!
Yeah. Good job.
No, that we get.
Good job. Squad needed it. Played Fever way. I love it. More of them.
3 weeks ago, Caitlin Clark suffered a quad injury against the New York Liberty, and the reigning champs believed they had shut her down for good. They were wrong. On June 14th, Clark returned to that very court, stared down the undefeated Liberty, and put on the most dominant show of her career. 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 7 three-pointers, and a 102-88 win that snapped their perfect streak. But what no one expected was how she did it. It was absolutely electric. If you're hyped for her comeback, drop "fired up for CC" in the comments. Let's go.
I don't know if you guys have seen or heard, but Caitlin Clark is, in fact, back.
Back in the lineup. I'm ready to go.
I think you're just excited more than anything. It gets kind of difficult when you prepare for a game. Obviously, when I'm on the bench, still knowing the scout, knowing everything that the other team's going to do, and still trying to mentally prepare and go through everything like I'm going to play, even though I knew I wasn't going to play. So, doing that, but also knowing I was going to be able to be active today, I think gives you a little extra juice. So I'm certainly excited just to get back out there, get playing, and really good opportunity for us at home here, coming off of a loss.
Picture this. May 24th, a tough, physical matchup against the Liberty. Clark takes on an aggressive defense in a game marked by questionable officiating and ends up straining her quad. The timing couldn't be worse. The Fever are still working to figure out who they are as a team, while the Liberty, reigning champs, look unbeatable on both offense and defense.
Then she holds her, watch this, with her shoulder and on her arm when she follows through and then fouls her for the 4th time on her arm. It's cheating. It's plain as day. The haters will say, she got locked up. Yeah, if you're fouling the whole game. But I'm going through this entire game. The corrupt refs gave this game to New York, and they still barely won.
While Clark spent 3 tough weeks on the bench, the Liberty kept dominating, winning every game with ease and staying undefeated. It seemed like their biggest threat was out of the way. The reigning champs were making a statement to the league. No one could stop them. Meanwhile, the Fever struggled without their star, going 2 wins and 3 losses in the 5 games Clark missed. Doubts began to rise. Fans questioned the coach, the bench, the team, and even the front office. Could Clark bounce back after so much time off? Would the injury slow down her explosive first step? And what about her trademark deep shooting that made her a star?
Just coming into this after 2 weeks off, do you anticipate being on the minutes restriction today?
Not that I've been told. I don't anticipate, a certain level. I'm not a huge fan of minute restrictions. I think that's silly. I told them, I don't want to come back unless I'm 100% full go. Why would I be out there to play 20 minutes? I'm out there to win and give everything I have for this team.
Medical experts raise concerns. Quad injuries can seriously impact a basketball player's ability to cut, jump, and shoot with power. For Clark, whose game relies on a quick first step and deep pull-up shots, the uncertainty was real. But what the Liberty didn't expect was how Clark spent every day of those 3 weeks locked in, preparing for this exact moment. She told reporters, "I think the hardest part is when you begin to feel really good, and then it's just the process of working yourself back into actually getting up and down and getting out there with my teammates." She stayed sharp by watching staying focused, and mentally visualizing her return.
Coach White has told me, just give yourself a little grace as you kind of figure things back out, as you get back into the groove here. I've missed 5 games. My teammates have played 5 more games than I have. So it's just going to be a little bit of, shaking the rust off, giving myself some grace. But I feel like I've prepared in the manner that I'm ready for this game. I feel like I've been great in practice. I feel like our team has been really good in practice. And, obviously practice isn't the exact replica of a game, but I think Coach White does a really good job of putting us in situations that are going to be fairly similar.
As game day neared, the anticipation kept rising, and the numbers backed it up. 2.22 million viewers tuned in on ABC and ESPN+, making it the second most-watched WNBA game ever on those networks. Everyone was waiting to see if the superstar would rise to the occasion. During warm-ups, Clark hit the court with fire in her eyes, having already made her mindset clear. "I don't want to come back unless I'm 100% full go. I'm out there to win and give everything I have for this team." Her focus showed in every move, every practice shot, every moment with her teammates. The scene was set, an injured star facing the undefeated champions who had sidelined her. Now, they stood between her and payback. Clark not only had to prove she was physically ready, she had to show the world she was all the way back.
For Ionescu, and here comes Clark. This is one thing you get with Clark is great pace and great passes. Found Boston perfectly.
You think you've seen Caitlin Clark shoot, but nothing could have prepared anyone for what she did in the first quarter. The game started tight, both teams trading baskets, with the Liberty looking confident behind their undefeated streak. But then Clark took control in the most jaw-dropping way. She crossed half court and pulled up from 34 feet, way beyond the three-point line, and nailed it like she was practicing at home. The crowd buzzed, but that was just the start. Seconds later, she hit another deep shot, this time from 28 feet. Remember, the three-point line is at 22 feet. The crowd erupted, the noise soared, and players from both benches stood just to watch. This wasn't ordinary basketball anymore.
And Cunningham is down behind the play, but they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from two players with incredible up. Ball from Cunningham. Clark, another long three. She's back.
Before anyone could fully grasp what was happening, Clark pulled up for a third logo three, this time from 31 feet. The ball left her hands with perfect spin, arced high, and dropped straight through the net without even grazing the rim. The Liberty bench could only shake their heads in disbelief, while their coaches stood on the sideline, visibly stunned by what they were witnessing.
And Cunningham is
Caitlin
down
from the
behind
logo.
the play,
Oh my God!
but they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from three. Cunningham just now getting up as she stayed down near the free throw line on the other end.
Oh!
Okay,
Just
why
coming
did
back
Oh my
Izzy take that?
gosh!
An ankle
Oh
injury, and
my
then
god,
Johannes
and of
very
course Marine
coolly,
Johannes
two
countered
players
not for the
Green.
logo. But this is why I
Caitlin
love
from
an
the logo
NBA.
again! We got a shootout! We got a shootout!
Oh
Oh
Again!
my god! No, no, no!
Even Breanna Stewart, one of the game's greats, was caught on camera, smiling and nodding in pure respect, and Liberty coach Sandy Brondello had the same reaction. When your opponents show that kind of admiration during the game, you know something special is happening. These weren't lucky shots. Each one was precise, with Clark's trademark release. Her form was identical every time, and her follow-through was calm and confident. She looked more like she was practicing at home than going up against the defending champs in front of 2.22 million viewers.
Check her!
ball
He check
from
her!
Cunningham.
Get her the ball! Get her the ball! One more time! Cross! A
Clark,
logo
another
again!
long three.
Ah!
She's back.
Oh my
Most
god!
dynamic
This isn't real.
player in the game.
No.
9 points in 38 seconds for
No.
Caitlin. She hit all three threes.
And not only 9
What
and
is
30,
even
but
going
look
on?
at the depth
I
on
don't
these
know. I'm
field
literally
goal
just-
attempts. She's
This is-
certainly feeling
Oh
it.
my God.
Left side,
I'm
right
speechless.
side. Now
No.
come back to your favorite spot
Oh.
again. It doesn't
No.
matter if there's a hand.
What
in
am
her
I
face.
watching?
The crowd exploded with so much energy that play had to pause until the noise settled. The arena was on fire. Fans were on their feet, jumping and cheering, while even neutral viewers at home flooded social media in disbelief. 3 logo threes in just 38 seconds tied Clark's career high of 7 threes in a game and instantly shifted the momentum. The Liberty, once confident, now looked rattled. Clark had made her return loud and clear, but those shots were only the start of a performance no one would forget. She wasn't finished, not even close, and the Liberty were about to learn just what they had sparked. When the final buzzer sounded, Clark's stat line looked unreal. 32 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds in just 31 minutes. Those numbers would be impressive for any player on any night, but this wasn't just any night, and Clark wasn't just any player. She was coming back from a serious injury and delivered a performance that proved she's built different.
Caitlin Clark! Then steps back with the three over Brianna Stewart.
Clark moved with zero hesitation, driving to the basket with the same explosive speed that made her a star. Her first step was just as quick as it was before the injury, and she attacked the rim like she'd never missed a single game. The quad injury that sidelined her for 3 weeks looked completely behind her. Her court vision was sharper than ever. She threaded passes through defenders effortlessly, spotting teammates in places others wouldn't even notice. Her 9 assists showed how much she elevated everyone around her, creating scoring opportunities that seemed impossible.
First loss of the season. Caitlin Wisely killing some more clock. And maybe the dagger. Kelsey Mitchell lighting it up here in the fourth quarter.
Clark's rebound showed just how fierce her competitive drive really is. She dove for loose balls against players 6 inches taller and fought hard in the paint like everything was on the line. Grabbing 8 rebounds as a guard proved how badly she wanted this win. What made it even more impressive was her efficiency. She shot 11 of 20 from the field, hitting 55% despite taking tough shots all night. She also went 7 of 14 from 3, tying her career high. These weren't open looks. She was draining contested shots over strong defenders with hands right at her face. Every time the Liberty tried to build momentum, Clark responded, sometimes with a deep clutch 3, other times with a pinpoint assist that set up an easy bucket for a teammate. She controlled the game's pace from beginning to end. This performance wasn't just impressive, it was historic. Clark passed Candace Parker for the most games with at least 30 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds in a player's first 2 seasons. Hitting that mark 3 times is a rare achievement for any player at any level. This wasn't just a comeback from injury. Clark had clearly reached a whole new level. She played with more confidence, made quicker decisions, and knocked down shots from unbelievable range. The Liberty had no answer for her game. But the most impressive part? She made everyone around her better. The Fever finished with 25 assists on 37 made shots, a clear sign of how a true superstar lifts her entire team.
Clark nails it. A 17-0 run.
What made this win stand out from just another star performance was that the Fever showed they were a complete team ready to compete with anyone. This wasn't just Clark carrying the load. 5 players scored in double digits for the first time all season, and the chemistry was spot on from start to finish. Kelsey Mitchell stepped up with 22 points, showing the strong connection she's built with Clark. Though she struggled early with her shot, she came alive in the fourth quarter with 10 clutch points to help close out the win. That's what clutch players do, deliver when it matters most.
We understand that basketball is a game of runs, and not being able to just give up in those moments. I think, especially in that run, our bench came in and provided some really, really good minutes. Really just proud of, Sophie coming back, being able to contribute like she did, plus 31 tonight. She was a big part of that run. So I think just being able to trust 1 through 11, 1 through 10, that we're going to go out there, have each other's back, and we're going to work through those tough times, because New York's a really good team. They're going to go on runs. They're going to have those moments where we can't stop them for a period of time, but it's how do we fix that? How do we change that momentum? And just really proud, of our group for staying with it.
Sophie Cunningham also returned from an ankle injury, giving the Fever another key weapon right when they needed it most. She finished with a plus 31 rating and blended back into the game seamlessly, as if she hadn't missed any time. Her presence added an offensive threat the Liberty couldn't handle. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston owned the paint, pulling down key rebounds all night and ending with 10 points and 11 boards. She battled against players known for their strength and experience, but held her own and delivered when it counted. That double-double against the champs showed she absolutely belongs at this level.
It is shocking to see Kennedy Burke miss 1 3 this season. She's leading the league at over 60%, but to see her miss a couple. Count it! As Mitchell celebrates from the floor. Mitchell is simply such a great cutter, and this time going again from the right side to the middle of the floor. Colson head up, finds her, drops the pass. What a tough finish as well.
Lexi Hull hit key shots from beyond the arc, showing the Fever had multiple three-point threats the Liberty couldn't ignore. She went 3 of 4 from deep and finished with 14 points, knocking down shots when the defense was locked in on Clark. And that's what makes this team so dangerous now. Sydney Colson brought veteran leadership and delivered clutch baskets while the game was still up for grabs. She ended with 10 points and 6 assists, making smart plays that don't always show up on the stat sheet. Her experience was crucial in the pressure moments, keeping the team calm and focused.
Found Boston perfectly. Boston being very physical with Sabali. Count it. Fake left, drive right, make it all look so easy. Blocked by Boston.
The most revealing moment came when Clark sat out for a break in the fourth quarter, and instead of losing ground, the Fever extended their lead. They moved the ball like a team with championship chemistry, with every player knowing their role and executing it perfectly. The Fever hit a franchise record 17 three-pointers, shooting 48% from deep. This wasn't just Clark carrying the load. It was a full team firing on all cylinders against the league's top squad. The 102-88 final score told the story of a team that had found its identity and refused to back down. The Liberty hadn't given up 100 points all season until this night.
So congrats on your great performance.
Thanks.
Just want to let you know you have a huge fan base in Hong Kong.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And
hopefully I'll get there one day.
And today, there are 5 Hong Kong fans fly from Hong Kong to
No
Indiana.
way. Oh my gosh.
And the hour is 22 hours.
No
Your
way.
number.
Oh
So
my goodness. Well, I wish I could have met
just want to say
them.
this, including me.
If you
So-
know them, tell them thank you for coming. That's
So-
incredible.
Yeah, so any plans you will visit Hong Kong with your teams in the future years?
Yeah, maybe we'll head to Hong Kong after the season. I mean, I certainly hope to go to Hong Kong one day. It's incredible to see the type of reach that we can have and how much people love basketball across the globe. So that's really cool. So if you know them, tell them I say hello.
The Fever didn't just take down the defending champs. They snapped a 9-game winning streak and made it clear they're the team to watch in 2025. This one showed that when healthy, the Fever can go toe-to-toe with anyone, and the rest of the league better pay attention. Clark's return delivered everything fans hoped for and more, but the bigger story is what this team can achieve together moving forward. With a franchise record 17 threes and 5 players scoring in double digits, the chemistry was flawless from start to finish. This is what a championship-caliber team looks like when everything clicks. If you're excited for Caitlin's return, comment "fired up for CC" down below, like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a moment. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.